Hey guys, welcome back to another session of The Letter. On the last session we did, basically we joined our protagonist, who is named, Isabella. So Isabella's pretty much is a real estate agent who goes to the mansion to basically help find any potential buyers at a one of those viewing parties. So along the way, um, as we got her to meet up with her coworker Rose, um, there was like no awkwardly there was no cell phone reception as we were trying to get in contact her. But as we do to go investigate, since we got a shady phone call that says she's in the attic, soon enough we found a letter that was just shown at her feet. So as she opened it up and read the letter, it explicitly said "die, die, die" over again until it's real. Literally, it's a chain letter. So now the letter says that you have to show this to 5 people. So we're not even sure what the true effect happens if you do show it to 5 people. But we narrowly escape after seeing really a ghastly, nasty-looking lady. Probably looks straight up like a zombie, and she tried to come after us in that room. So as we escape, and unfortunately, like any horror trope, you fell and knocked yourself out, we awaken to find Rose and believe the other character, Marianne. They had the talk, but she was very concerned about her experiences, even though she was about had some amnesiac tendencies and all that stuff. But through the viewing party and after some anxiety building issue, we found basically there's these couple. One of them, I believe, I'm not sure their view yet, but I believe it's Hannah and Luke, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, they're very interested in buying it, especially Hannah, who just wanted to buy the house, basically as a gift or for her husband or something like that. But regardless, now we're just like, okay, potential buyer, but it's not fair if we sell it direct to them and all that stuff. But after another nervous breakdown, we were asked to basically be at the sidelines still during the viewing party because we're just freaking the heck out that like I hear some ghostly shit that's going on. But without further ado, let us continue our story. Oh, wait, what? We already been here.
Oh no, the spooky part.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. False alarm! Alright. Alright, let's see here. So, anybody in the mood to narrate today, or should I continue with the narration? Alright, I guess I'll be the narrator. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors lingered in the area, and some were merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques and decorating the room. One group of elderlies gather in some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and an occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon hangout will help. Speaking of, should I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal convictions and all. Honestly, there's something I find admirable in him, despite the tendency to annoy the hell out of me, that is. It's that. Well, whatever way it works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose offers, too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as it is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects in.
Sup, I'm Ash from the Lux City. Baggers watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
What the crap?
Okay, it's on a loop.
Can't beat me.
Is that my
Looking for
ringtone?
trouble? Better not lie.
Fly
I'm
for
a
an
cool
Asian
dude.
guy.
Pretty
I guess.
fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm
You
Ash
just
from
said-
Deluxe
I don't know who
City.
says shit
Baggers,
though.
watch out.
Okay,
Can't
just give this
beat me.
ringtone.
Looking for
I-
trouble?
I'm guessing that's
Better
Ash.
not
Yeah,
lie.
is that
I'm a
it?
cool
I'm
dude.
just gonna
Pretty
fast
fly
forward.
for
What?
an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from
Yeah,
Deluxe
how
City.
loud is
Oh my
this
God.
Baggers,
thing?
watch out. Can't beat me.
Pretend it.
Looking for
The
trouble?
sharp ringing
Better
fills the
not
entire
lie.
hall,
I'm a cool
disrupting the
dude.
pleasant
Pretty fly
quiet
for
that
an
has
Asian
settled.
guy.
Soon enough,
Sup,
heads
I'm
begin to
Ash
turn
from
in
Deluxe
search of the
City.
source, mine
Baggers,
included.
watch out.
Oh my
Can't
god,
beat
it's
me.
on a
Looking
loop.
for trouble?
My
Better
dart
not
done around the
lie.
small
I'm a
cards
cool
before
dude.
zeroing in
Pretty
and
fly
a small
for an
figure.
Asian
You know, hold
guy.
on.
Sup, I'm
Make it stop.
Just for this part here.
It's so
Alright.
painful. I hate Ash already.
Oh god. Alright. I don't know how that's a ringtone, but my eyes darts around the small crowd before zeroing in the lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people checking out the decors a moments ago. He's facing away from me, fumbling something in his hands. I don't need to see what his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I recognize that darn parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I marched towards him. Really? It's still
Fair.
going? What happened today? I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
All the times to
Ashton Frey.
Alright. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded. He jumps and let out an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out of his grip.
Okay.
It bounces from one hand to another in poor
I
attempt
really
to catch it,
appreciate that.
before
It's
ultimately
been
falling
frustrating,
flat on the
but
crack.
from-
Alice, you may want to mute yourself.
Yeah,
That's
if
better.
you could, just really quick. Oh crap!
Okay, might have to force mute her.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
I know what to say.
Okay, let's see. My bad. Sorry,
Alice.
I'm fumbling. Alright, everything's fine.
You're not on to mute someone?
Yeah, well, I muted my end. I don't know if everybody else did. I'm sorry. Alright, it bounces from one hand and the other in a poor attempt to catch it, but ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding crack. I feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck. Oh, a flush has. Why did I say flush? But a flush has crept up on his neck and cheeks. In another universe, we would have known each other for 5 years, and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence. Chances are I found that it's adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I am already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Hold on. I need to...
Gotta unmute.
How do I unmute a poison?
Turn off this.
I did. Oh, somebody did it for me!
What? And missed that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Isn't that how you treat your guests? Is that how you treat your guests? I think you need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you even doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looked like a cat that swallowed a canary. Also, 1 second, I need to fix the settings a little bit here.
Oh yeah, we may be getting more spooky sometime.
Sorry. There's that, but it's also, I forgot I put this in full screen, so it's awkward when I have to click out, so. Alright. Let's see, so. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damages or scratches seems to be more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
Get a little
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
And
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can even figure out what causes his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
Hey, I had just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I don't see how his work has anything to do why he's here. At my confused look, he dropped his hand resting in my arms and, like he touched something particularly hot, and casually rubbed the back of his neck.
And, I said I'll see if I can pick you up. And it turns out I can't. It's free time and all. So, here I am, and figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me, hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
Are these a potential couple? Is that what's going on here? I
Yeah,
think so.
Mandatory
She's-
sign-in sheets.
I don't know if you want me to spoil it for you, but obviously at this point she's a romantic interest. So,
Okay,
go ahead, sorry.
that's okay. We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I'll just go ahead and.
No, wait. I wasn't really gonna throw you out. Rose said. Never mind. Just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes and hoping to drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want to tell him what happened, especially about the part about the letter. In fact, he is the last person on Earth I ever think about telling it to, if I can't help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy, gods for all know how many times he has helped me, even without even asking me for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural, he'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun of every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. What do I ever do with him? Never does that to Becca or Zach. I already imagine how things will go down at the moment I spill a word about what I saw. Nope, over my dead body. Before he catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
Yeah, it's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up.
Rush of air greets me as soon as the main doors open. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes up to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers call me back, shadows beckoning. I don't know if you heard that, but damn.
I can definitely hear that.
Okay.
Can you turn the sound up?
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I
is
mean,
that like a
bass
sound effect?
boost level? Just kidding.
Yeah, just all
Oh,
at
God,
once.
not that much.
I'll just creak it like
I'm just kidding.
here.
I can
So,
hear it.
all right. So you guys can adjust from there. All right. Hope it's not too loud for the recording, but it's fine. All right. I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it, and the signal rattles, or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my ways are signs, I know there are things that has been itching to ask since we left that mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in small hopes that my disinterest will disillude him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me clearly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form clearly off his face. Clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear, he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
Oh, I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
Well, I always have one on my person. And you looked like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Damn, that's a rumbly tumbly.
You
Alright.
can help.
Man, shoot. Alright, I mean, it's probably from the lack of ramen that's just including in our diet, but alright, I didn't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and empty. Gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. It's no surprise here, but I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. Hold on, the audio in the background it tends to be loud. Some
Yeah, you can bring it down. I was just joking earlier.
I think right here is that's perfect right there for me.
Cool.
All right. I was hoping to get a small meal after, but I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feelings are new to me though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, and then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edges of the bar, like a hamster. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ashton doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful, both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
So, how'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame. But really, no different from the typical open house. Second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
You should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled the deal. And you're short on money right now, since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How'd you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling that mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went to your open house is still a prospective client to you, even me.
He's, not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh. That kind screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know, there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
And that is me, motherfucker!
Oh no.
I'm secretly loaded.
I'm secretly loaded and I love rap music. I'm just kidding. Provided I don't botch it with the rights. Madam Hannah in particular don't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
That's definitely a baka face.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
Is this what happens when two tsunderes get together?
I don't know. Is there an anime like that already?
I mean, there's Kaguya-sama.
I mean,
they haven't gone together, but still.
true.
Is it like season 2?
All right.
No,
well,
they have not. They have not gone together in season 2.
okay. Well, continue, Ash.
Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry. Just stuff happened.
Like...
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least, not without revealing anything that took place in the attic. So, we can either change the subject or straight up lie to him.
Change.
Why not say the truth, too?
I mean, none of them are. I mean, they're both
Change the
avoiding the
subject.
question, but like one is like straight up lying to him, or change.
Change the subject. We
Alright.
should not lie to a police officer.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
leaning toward...
He does got that high insight check, yo. All right, so everybody's on change the subject.
Yeah.
Let's go change the subject.
All right, slamming it down.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Okay, let's see. Oh, an over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's really good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over to me, and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun already started its descent, causing a vibrant orange glow in the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd. He's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago or chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up. And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to an arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find them most funny.
He got the 4chan, didn't he?
Probably, or even worse, like iFunny or something.
Oh, God.
Alright. Only make his head bigger, stupid Ash. Baka.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? So we've been traveling the world catching Pokemon with friends Proximus. I mean, we've been trying to pin that bastard down. But it takes more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of the time are trimmed down versions. Only things he could tell he always has been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about a big case. But I don't dwell on it that much. That's right. That's normal, right? I mean, wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining regardless. If things weren't the way were back home, maybe I should have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope. Not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea's still there. Along with the countless others I let go. Time passes quickly between us and Manor, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. The point of no return. Alright. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrived. The Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie films screening with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. It hasn't won an award yet, but just getting confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him, though, a wide breath as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did, too, I heard. Once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach.
Who wants to voice the Zach boy? Peers towards
It has to be Zach.
I feel like, yeah.
actual Zach.
I can whitewash this character. Let's do it.
It's just whatever, man. It's up to you. Put whatever voice.
Hey guys, long time no see.
Zach's face lit up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with the careful steps, taking a significant effort to make sure himself is smaller so not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting, and...
Subsy man, my main man, what's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Shit, homies. the awkwardness
Ash
that...
is a monster.
Like, please don't call me Z-Man.
Don't call me C-Man.
It's a Zach attack, thank you very much.
Alright, anyways, the awkwardness that it descends on the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Someone to our left, a girl giggles, and only then I do become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's the fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If there were any other person, he'll likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity has made those words harmless to the other's ears. Or at least enough for the both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
You can get into trouble again.
Yeah, not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
I ended up with chicken down on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
Really have no idea.
A beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding. You know, you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will let Zach help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal with those adventures, quote unquote. As Ash calls it, they both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists if Ash it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Well, boys will be boys, I guess.
Can they be a couple?
I do
Let's
not
get
know. I give Zach
Who
a small
knows?
wave from behind, with his attention eventually turns to me.
Leave that question to the experts. Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit, but she's up and went to work this morning. No, she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yeah, yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true. They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
I think this might be Becca. Who voiced Becca? Was it you, Aaron? Or I don't know if you want to give the role
I
to
think it was me. I'll do it.
unless you want to give Roof N a try, or I'm not sure.
Oh, if anybody else wants to do it, yeah.
Treated question mark too.
Okay, yeah. He
Anybody?
basically you tiny bit. All right. Are you ready, Rufan?
I am.
All right, give it a go.
Isabella. Oh, thank goodness.
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Oh, Becca, you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space. But she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
How are you? Are you alright?
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me that's all I need to know. Since I don't have any my family living close by, and the only other relative as I have here works on the far side of the country, I give my company Becca's contact number in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face, although she lets go. Her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place and try to avoid Becca's hand, and she tries to reach out for the said area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. And I blacked out for like a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that, no concussion.
You
Yes,
blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton. You traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
Right. What? I'm just saying it as it is. I mentioned this earlier. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Sorry, saw her?
They arrived earlier, or together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I could figure what it is. Maybe
I sense the jealousy.
jealousy.
Love triangle.
Yes.
It's good. At least you didn't have to travel alone, right? At least? Good.
See, I'm A-okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
Always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good.
Oh, just a heads up, Zach. You sound a little far away from that statement. I'm not sure if you're far away from the mic.
Is this better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys really should keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different, right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand me, man.
But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
Missing it. We're just moving to a different day. So we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation at pinching the bridge of his nose as we speak. Something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me. If she can still run around like that.
Are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not gonna stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
You, of all people, should know.
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Rebecca voices it out. When, at last, she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle into her a gloppy hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
PSA though, if you hit your head and black out, you go to the hospital.
All good advice for the future. Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks, my treat, and then let's head inside. Anyone here who has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off of Becca to get my wallet from my bag and,
What's this?
it's already in Ash's hand before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look. Aw, shit.
No, give it back.
It's just a paper.
I don't care. Give it.
It looks ancient too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I had that advantage over him.
Don't open it.
Whoops, already doing that. What's the big deal? It's not like it's a leveler. I don't see any reason to. Hold on a second. This isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. The fool! Alrighty. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my side. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking. But I hung onto them, regardless. The awful, sick weight that has taken to my core, my stomach, back in the open house, returns in full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone, please. Today's turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. Letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have thrown it away when I had the chance. That way. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I'm surprised of how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank. I saw something.
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
So you're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter. Now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
This guy watches his horror movies.
I'm an expert in these things, so you gotta be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Aren't you taking it a bit too far?
Hold on, I gotta adjust the music. Got a little loud there. Okay, my bad.
It's not a joke. Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, the thing might have...
Right, and in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
It's real. What do you think I saw?
Hallucination, a delusion. Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after. I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you're my friends. Why don't you believe me?
You are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she was exaggerating, but based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better that we postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back into my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed solid ghost. Probably some lost cell got kicked out of that open house when I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. Top it all off, the dull ache at the back of my head's begging to the little tension I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home and curl up in my bed, never think about today. But before I could take a single step away from the group. Sorry, you got cut off there, Zach.
Is that better?
Don't cut off.
What?
How about
Let me
this?
turn up the crisp.
Maybe-
Who voices Zach?
Try
I
the
could hear you now.
Yeah, it sounds fine, but like I guess it's like when you start speaking, it like cuts the beginning and then it carries on.
Yeah, maybe when you do.
I turned off the crisp. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, try saying guys right now.
Guys.
There you go.
That
We're
worked.
good. We're Gucci. All right. Zach rarely ever raises his own voice, even to the point when he wants to drive home. And hearing him to take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die in our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what all of you have been up to. I only ever got to talk to Bella over chat. Please?
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool in distance, has also been looking forward to this. Even took the time to call his morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure there's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempt to line things up, Ash and Becca are acquiescing. Acquiescing. Is that how you say acquiesce?
Acquiescing.
Anyways, gestures. The tightness of my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things may have not turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is the better decision for all of us. Alright, so, watch movie or go home?
I say we enjoy our last peaceful night together.
Stay with the movie because you don't want to split up. Because splitting up is always a bad decision in a horror game.
Let them all burn.
Let them all burn.
What do you say? I'm thinking like, what if like something spooky happens during the movie? But like, I mean, with
You mean like The Ring?
Okay, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let them stay for the movie.
Yeah, that would be
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Actually, let's do that.
Alright, so I guess most people are in favor for the movie?
yeah, I'm for that happening.
Alright, so no objections. Alright, here we go. Let's stay with the group. Any other day I had to excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach. Something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with a few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of my day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, I let our heads cool down before telling them what happened. They'll listen to me. There's nothing you can solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella, and that's what my ma used to tell me. Besides, I didn't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back in my face, and I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry. Yeah.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. That asshole. Spaka Ash, being vertically challenged at his perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby. I'm not one.
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it.
Okay. Scaredy cat then.
That too. If you repeat that, they're all.
Back up!
Back
Back up! Roof hand?
So,
Oh, sorry, did you say something? You got cut off.
oh no, can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you now. You're good.
Okay, perfect. Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that, at the same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? We'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
Oh, sorry. So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll get us the food I promised.
Oh, but you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder, and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling about, but they're still waiting in line for tickets. But otherwise, most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now, except in front of this ashhole. Not a word protest come from Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside. Just really quick, who can take over the narration for me? Yeah, break.
I can do it.
Alright.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
People in the theater getting mad, they're just like, shh, stop talking.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. In his own movie's premiere. Now, the film's just serving as a background noise, while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'd all get kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out way before any argument happens. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. I didn't know any better. I think we did something that offended her. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done in there without your knowledge. I could see it up close. Maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all All the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years? Bust out the sage.
The house did change hands over the years, from one distant relative of the Ermengardes to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though, and it remained that way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Something like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering a suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact them if you want.
You do that?
Or we could find you a psychologist instead.
Ooh. There are very few times in my life where I wished my glower. Did I say that word, glowers? Can kill.
Yeah.
Glowers?
I don't know. Maybe that's some Australian thing or something.
Probably.
It's definitely an Australian thing.
I don't know what she's referring to.
Glares? I think it's like a word for glares, sort of.
I'm gonna look this up in Urban Dictionary or something.
That really may be like a mis.
No, glower is like what you said. It's like glaring at
Glowers
someone.
is an angry or sullen look.
Okay.
So when I googled it, it was
We're
like, do you
learning
mean
words
flowers?
here.
Yeah, it's basically a synonym for glare or scowl.
Why can't
But
we
yeah,
just fucking say glare
down
then?
and have
Okay,
a
this is one of those.
Because the Arthur don't want to be using the same word, so he used a thesaurus in his translation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's my guess.
This is one of those.
Yeah, it's a real word.
Not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
Yeah, no. Well, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant, ethnographer. Yeah, that guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop.
Hey, Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about, too. Yeah, she can vouch for him.
Oh, Becca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Talking about Professor Andrews? He used to work with my parents at the university. And can you guys keep it down?
Sorry. Scaredy Cat mentioned nurse curses. Not that I'm saying that this is one. But talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple of things, and probably put your fears to rest, since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Gotta win.
Sorry, Discord kicked me off. Ash might be right too. However, what Zach suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They're only giving me these suggestions to put my mind at ease. But it's better than being ignored or being whatever that was. I can take comfort in knowing they are willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
Oh, it's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Should I meet?
Alright, so
Go with
should
Zach's
we,
idea.
should we go hallelujah or go destroy the ghost with logic
Alright.
and reason and science?
I don't know. This girl
Let's
needs
see.
praise.
I don't know if I trust Rick Sanchez with getting rid of ghosts. So.
Alright,
I
is this a
think
thing I have to get somebody to democratically vote again?
No myth.
Scrum debate.
I vote
Fight
for
to the death.
professor.
Okay, let me type it in the VN chat really quick so you guys kind of discuss while I go at it.
Emily and
I feel like the professor is the better choice than because he's linked to both Ash and Becca, and I feel like there's probably more of a story there than some random priest dude. But Isabella is Catholic from her story background,
Ooh,
her character bio, so I don't know.
that may score us some points with Isabella. Maybe, I don't know.
But
And
I feel
Zach,
like
easily
if you
into it.
choose the person that Becca and Ash know, that gives you points with them rather than the person.
I also don't think
Yeah.
Zach's gonna fault you for not going with his idea. He seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
So like you'll probably build a better relationship with Becca and Ash.
Plus, Becca's already mad at us, so we should go with her. We need to rebuild our bond with social links with Rebecca.
Alright, just about done. I'm just adding the emojis, the appropriate emojis for this real quick. Just hate it when I have so many emojis to go through. Alright. Alright, there's the blessed one for the priest, and then the guy who looks like he just graduated would be the professor. I'm about to plop that in right now. Go, there we are. So go ahead and vote. Alright, well, I guess it's more than a 6, so the professor gets ejected to space, so... Alright, so let's see.
Or wait, he wins.
Alright, so...
So basically, Priest got it. Priest is the imposter.
It's more like
Oh
the
my God.
professor is the imposter because we're voting him out, so I'm just kidding.
Well, we don't know if they're the imposter or not. We just know they're going to space.
Yeah, they're just being ejected.
Alright, well, I'm going with the decision here, so we're gonna meet with the professor. Let's destroy this ghost with logic, science, and reason.
I'll think about it. But if ever, I'd like to give talking to Andrew a try. Is that okay? Won't he have other things to do?
He has been busy, but he'll make time for me. He's my go-to person when I'm stuck in something. He won't mind if I bring a friend with me this time.
If you're sure.
I guess that settles it then.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
So your film, Zachary, a good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we can do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw an apologetic look, even if Ash is the only one she should be reprimanding, but her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance something's nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into a comfortable silence after, the kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are bustling, full of people. Those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid, too. At one point, back when I was new and had just set foot in this place. Now, with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed to the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Drug dealer. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep, looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to the latter's frustration.
Did you just accuse the cop of being a drug dealer?
It's pretty suspicious.
But he's a busy guy too,
It's a
in
good
spite of the
business.
laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone.
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Oh, no.
It's
did
coming.
no.
Is anybody else hearing voices now?
Darling, the echoes of a meme.
Haunt you with memes.
A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. How many thesaurus words? My chest tightening, breathing becoming labored. I could taste blood in my mouth. The edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Pleading, even as I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands over my ears. Whispering and whispering and whispering. Calling out.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place, the murmurs gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me in question.
Are you coming with me?
Yeah, just okay. Sorry, I spaced out.
Always do that.
I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street. Where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Nothing. There are only Zach and Ash watching over us as we head back to where Becca parked her car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Oh, yeah, see you.
Another glance, and with the final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give back that normalcy in my life, then so be it. Whoa. The darkness closes around me. Grasping. Pulling. Engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning. I'm falling. My eyes snap open.
Man, look at that plush.
For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Damn, those are a lot of cup noodles. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep all hunched up the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not that crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone? The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
Habit forces me to look over at the clock, even when the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel, where's my towel?
Admittedly, it's a weekend. As an unspoken rule, that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh lord, one box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first, my mind conflicted whether I should have just ignore or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Ah, sheesh. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull the device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. The caller ID reads Mama.
Huh?
It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than an international call. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello?
Wants to be mama.
I'll be Mama. Hello, Grace. How are you?
Mama, I'm doing okay. Are you guys over there?
Good, we're good. EJ won a storytelling contest the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I could do for her. But from miles away like this, the least I'm able to do is to not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are, Kuya Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again. I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own. And, well, Ate Ann's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Oh, great. That's great. Tell them congratulations for me. And let them know I'm gonna send them a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay.
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. From the ways Mama's voice pitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa, Grace, Papa's, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite. He's having trouble swallowing and he's lost a few pounds. But the doctors say we should keep encouraging him. This means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us.
Oh no.
Now, the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rest on my shoulders.
Jeez.
Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
This is the US.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? You think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Oh, I think she's from the Philippines. So.
It could be either way. But yeah.
I started to think the call got cut until
Listen, Grace. Maybe it will be better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital, somewhere cheaper.
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, honey, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good, even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine. Or me, for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie, yet look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. There's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do, but I just wish you'd come home to us soon. I worry.
In a body bag.
Oh no.
Kalayan Kaui. I'm sorry.
Kalanka Wui.
Kaui. When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mom can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm so sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end. The sounds of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids still bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you. Stay alive.
I'll try. I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air.
Okay, we gotta keep Isabella alive.
I know, I feel bad for her now. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama, did you forget anything?
Excuse you, I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on. Never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry.
Office? What about the open house? Oh, no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm going to get yelled at, aren't I? Well, what do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, but I love donuts. Go get donuts. It's nothing like that. Will you come down? Get yourself over here, alright? I'll tell you everything then. I should tell you now, but yeah.
There's the telltale din of several feet shuffling against a wooden flooring and an indistinct yelling in the background before Rose cut the connection. isn't in any way comforting. But it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time.
But not taking out the trash.
I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of breath. A feat, if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor, common to Briar Realty Corporation's Luxburn office, greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at varying volumes, staff moving about, and...
Yes, Dan.
Justin, me.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll voice this then. Where the hell is Cy? Where are my employees?
Oh yeah, give me that Jonas
Brad.
voice.
What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
My boss's words turn muffled as someone else closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload has been shifted to all available staff, so as to not lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family back home. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is, indeed, a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers, right? If you keep these signed and photocopied today, that would be great.
Aaron, you're kind of roboting a bit. I don't know if you could maybe like exit and rejoin voice chat real quick.
Okay.
Alright, try reading the line again.
If you could get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
Alright, you're good.
One after another, she thrusts a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. A page flutters away from the top of the pile, and I lean down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straighten. A purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge, when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place in the humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The right. Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve, although her eyes are alight with something akin to joy. She wants the sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. Documents still need to be signed still, but the elation is there, along with a foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madame Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
Paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we'd allowed it, they'd be paying up front too.
Even with that urban legend?
Rose nods.
No, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Oh, please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I was in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Her lips are twisted in a frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however...
Oh, right, mate. What? Why, this isn't the little Lily. I trust you're feeling well now.
Oh, it's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand them their copy of the agreement.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
With how elegantly she plucks the papers off my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating in her stiff stance, in the way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband, and how the two look to be ignoring each other. Seeing this scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make up soon. Apparently, satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I relieve the breath that we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then.
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch.
Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, "Don't make a scene, we're almost there."
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Shut up. Yes, well, I'll get there eventually, love. So I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there are still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. Still a housewarming party to plan, after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Thought I told you to shut up. Love, servants or not, you're not going to make people listen to your input nonetheless. No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delays, of course, or hauntings. You can leave it to us. Excellent. Well, then I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. And before we forget...
She discreetly folds something into both our hands and winks, a finger raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
What happened the day before was quite unfortunate, but you did get us what we wanted in the end, so take some money. That, at the very least, is commendable. It's commendable to get what I want.
This is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Don't you worry, darling. Small thing coming from us. We're rich. Consider it your bonus for a job well done.
She smiles sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, and before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plans as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Oh, certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you lovelies. I hope to see you soon, so we can get this closed.
Just like that. Transaction over and done with. My mind's still reeling even after they've left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. Part of me feels lucky about that fact. No lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk, signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The other part? A second ago, we sold a haunted property to 2 innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big. Big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization. Big enough to pay for all 4 of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, once the deal's been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that something's in there, and that we gave it to the good couple despite that? Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something special. So, how does it feel to have money?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. Are we in England? I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Yeah, how much is that in freedom dollars?
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Pounds are a little more than $1. I think they're
yeah,
like.
they're pretty.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have more value.
I think it's like $1.50. Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with all this money?
I don't know. Send it home probably.
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders and leans in closer to my ear, as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time. Celebrate yourself.
I don't get it.
Treat yourself.
Drunk.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party, drink a whole lot. Treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal. You have money in your hand. Literally.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you're really planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too. Thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that. You could throw your own party.
Yeah, really.
Look, I closed the deal while you were having a breakdown. You could always move. Bloody hell, you work in real estate. Get yourself a bigger place. You live in a dungeon.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Spec a free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in the span of a few seconds.
Today, not a problem, ma'am. I could have a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack for it. Of course, I learned eventually I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. But perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives, of goals we both let pass us because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to pass this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from HR yet?
None at all. Bob ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? It's not suspicious at all that people have disappeared once we've started trying to sell a haunted mansion.
For
Anyways,
real.
I got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws a wave over her shoulder as she rushes out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also heading out for a much-needed break.
That's really annoying.
Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out. But oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch.
It counts.
Hold
Trying to
on,
make
this
good
is
on the
Saturday
promise I
and
made
they're...
to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too?